I'm going to be talking about this book once again. And what I'm going to be talking about tonight is how Jesus actually healed people. Now, they had other magicians at the time, and they supposedly healed this person, supposedly healed that person. But here's the difference. When they healed people, what would happen is say, well, your body's healed, go home. They didn't care what happened to that person after their body was healed. But Jesus did. Let's take the paralytic people. Paralytic people. Alright, so anyway, he'd heal them, he'd get them back to walking and being able to do things again. But the thing was, he wasn't just healing their body, he was giving them an ability to go out and earn an income for themselves and for their families. He was restoring family relationships, that kind of thing. Blind people, the same way. They weren't outcasts anymore. They weren't beggars anymore. He was actually restoring them to a proper way of life. Especially with leprosy. Okay? Leprosy was a big deal because you couldn't even talk to your family while you had leprosy. So when Jesus healed your leprosy, he also made it possible for you to have family relationships again. And that was a big deal. Alright. Now, the values that Jesus embodied were the values of the people of Galilee. Okay? Now this was in stark contrast to the Pharisees and Sadducees that kept coming out of Jerusalem. Some of those Pharisees and Sadducees were actually corrupting the Torah for their own personal gain. And Jesus would have none of this, and that's why Jesus ended up with a lot of conflicts between himself and the Pharisees and the Sadducees that kept coming out of Jerusalem. It was a big deal. Okay? Now then, I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. I'm going to cover this in my next video. What is an agrarian society? I'd like to see what you think an agrarian society is. Okay? Now then, in the area of Galilee, every social system that they had, okay, was embedded in their politics and in what is called their kinship. Okay? And so, when Jesus came into town and was shaking up the politics of the kinship of the area of Galilee, that was a big deal. That's why it got written down. And I just want you to think about that before I continue my teaching. Alright. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.